Hi, I'm Quinn Nguyen at EnerCom, the Oil and Services Conference in San Francisco, California. Joining me now is Gary Evans, Chairman and CEO of Magnum Hunter Resources. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Quinn. How are you today?
Thank you. I'm good, thank you. Now, can you talk a little bit about the unconventional oil and gas plays and how they're changing the industry?
Well, the last 5 years, there's been a fundamental shift of how we're actually out looking for these new resource plays. It really started with the Barnett Shale in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, has now moved into plays that we're active in, which include the Williston Basin up in North Dakota, the Marcellus out in the Appalachia region, and we're active in the Eagle Ford. And what Wall Street really is looking for is ability to have repeatable success. These are huge plays that have lots of development potential, and what's allowed us to find and develop these reserves is the augment of horizontal drilling. And you take that with new fracture stimulation techniques that we have today, and these resources that we always knew existed now are economically viable because of technology. That's what's really developed over the industry of the last 5 years. So every day we're learning more and more, and now we've got probably a couple 100-year supply of natural gas because of our ability to find these reserves and these unconventional resource plays.
Now, talk to us about your production mix.
Today, Magnum Hunter is about 70% oil, which is a good place to be with oil at around $100 a barrel and the problems we have over in the Middle East. And we're about 30% gas. Now, we've announced a couple acquisitions that will change that mix a little bit, but 60 to 40% oil to gas mix. Now, it's important to note, though, on the gas side, our gas reserves are very much liquids rich. And that's so important in this business today because in having those liquids as a gas component, in other words, you might have 1,200, 1,300 BTU gas, you can extract those liquids and sell them, and therefore up in the Marcellus, when we have a $4 gas environment like we have today, with that liquids component, we're getting about $7 an MCF. So all of our plays are involved with liquids.
Now, you've announced $500 million of acquisitions in the past 6 months. Talk to us about the rationale behind all these acquisitions.
Actually, that's just been the last 60 days, Quinn. So in December and January, we announced a $98 million transaction to buy a little company out of Lexington, Kentucky called EnerCom. And that gave us a foothold of about another 300,000 acres in the Appalachia region. Again, unconventional properties in the Huron and the Ware. And then we announced in mid-January an acquisition up out of Calgary called New Lock Resources. And New Lock is a Williston Basin-focused oil player. They have 6 rigs running, and they have properties not only in North Dakota, but also up in Canada. And so we anticipate closing these 2 transactions, EnerCom hopefully by the end of March, New Lock by the end of April.
Now, Magnum Hunter is the best performing oil and gas stock in 2009 and 2010. What's next for you folks?
Well, that's something we're very proud of. The stock is up a little over 2,000% since we took over this company back in May of 2009. But from our perspective, with the acquisitions that we're closing, and these 2 acquisitions are in the hottest unconventional resource plays in the United States. When we get those reserves on our books and are able to actually expand our drilling program, we anticipate, we've got a stock that can double and triple over the next year, year and a half. So we think that we've now really put the ingredients together to really have a formidable company that will be the best performing company again in 2011 is our hope.
Okay, Gary, it's been a pleasure talking with you today, and thank you for your time.
Thank you for inviting me, Quinn. Bye-bye.